What's up guys, it's Tony here and welcome back to Man Cave Studios. In typical Man Cave Studios fashion, I am recording this video at 2:30 in the morning. It's also pre-recorded like 6 weeks in advance. But on the note of the 2:30 in the morning thing, I'm going to keep my voice down because mostly everybody in the United States of America, and probably Canada too for that matter, is asleep right now at 2:30 in the morning, 11:30 on the West Coast. So they should probably be asleep too. But the people that I'm concerned about are my parents who are sleeping upstairs, and I don't want to wake them up. So if you can't hear me, again, like I said, I think last December, that is not my problem. Turn your volume up. I hope you liked that little video I made yesterday. Instead of doing my normal behind the scenes blooper reel thing, I decided to take a different approach. I gave you a kind of a recap reel of things that I did this past season. Added some pop Devin Townsend music on top of that. Wow, that's a paradox. Pop and Devin Townsend. Did find that one song though. Well, the whole album's pretty poppy, but I like that one song. And so I decided to slap that on, edit that in Movie Maker. Wasn't the best video I've made, but you know, it kind of got the point across that, hey, I enjoyed this season. But anyway, let's move on and talk about some more about this season before I move on to, you know, talking about the future. We gotta examine the past first before we examine the future. I just pointed two different ways for talking about the future. So I made 21 videos as of the time I'm recording this, including this video. That might have changed by the time this actually comes out. Like I said, I'm pre-recording this 6 weeks in advance. The pre-recording thing really doesn't work, but I'm still gonna try it anyway because it's easy for me. I did make it through the full season. I said in the opening announcements video that I might not because of the big project. That's gonna start in January, so we don't need to worry about that for now. I probably could have shortened that opening announcements video to 7 or 8 minutes if I, you know, didn't stop mentioning this discrete big project and then not giving you any details about it, just saying that it was happening. But you know, I guess live and learn. So that's going to be the last that I mentioned the big project for this video. So if you don't care about anything else, thank you so much for watching and peace out, broskies. But if you do care about other stuff, then stay tuned because I've got some more Man Cave Studios and even a little bit of personal stuff to talk about. Pretty much everything this season was some sort of skit or vlog. Particularly in the skits department, I made a bunch of parodies. Also brought back Bad Advice in the way that I originally intended to make Bad Advice videos, you know, more how-to instead of just sitting behind a desk, rattling off a video in a minute and a half and calling it a week. Also, I don't know how many of you actually notice this, probably not any of you because none of you follow the Man Cave Studios Twitter account, but I had to switch from Premiere Pro to Movie Maker kind of towards the end of the season because my school decided that it wanted to take away my Premiere privileges along with everybody else that goes to our school. So I either had to buy the extension or I had to just suck it up and move back to Movie Maker. So I decided to just move back to Movie Maker. Video quality might have deteriorated a little bit, but you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't really that noticeable, right? I still miss Premiere. You know, it's my fault for becoming attached because I really liked Premiere, and I can't wait to go back to school because then I can start using Final Cut again. But that doesn't have anything to do with them taking Premiere away. I just love Final Cut. In fact, that's probably the thing that I'm looking forward to most at college is being able to use Final Cut Pro again. Like, more than anything, sure, new friends, classes that I enjoy, whatever, a social life, if I even have that, we'll see. I didn't have one in fall 2019, but I guess we'll see this time around. Now I'm a junior. But, you know, Final Cut Pro, that's the main thing that I'm looking forward to when going back to college. And I'll talk a little bit about college in a bit. But anyways, moving on from that now, let's talk a little bit about the future of Man Cave Studios. I anticipate a lot of you that are watching this video, in essence probably 2 or 3 of you, are wondering what I'm going to do for fall 2021. Well, I am here to tell you, after much deliberation, that I will be going ahead and starting a fall 2021 season. Let's go! Let's go! Fall 2021! All two of you watching this video right now. However, I should warn you, there's really no minimum to the amount of videos that I'm going to produce this season. I mean, it could wind up being like, what was it, winter 2019, where I made 10 videos. It could wind up being single digits. I don't anticipate it, but it could be. You know, because I'm going to be back at college. I'm not going to have that much time for Man Cave Studios. Fall seasons are just really, really easy to make, I have found. Because there is so much stuff that goes on in the fall. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, even back to school stuff. I plan on vlogging a little bit of that back to school stuff. And also, you know, I still have some ideas, so I'm going to pre-record some content from here in my basement. It's going to wind up looking way out of sync. But yeah, if you dug deep and you found the fall 2021 playlist, and congratulations, you knew it before anybody else did. And I probably will start, you know, pre-recording or scheduling some videos to upload for the fall season. You know, even before this video comes out. So if you scroll through, there's probably like a playlist of fall 2021, and there's probably like several deleted videos in there. I'll talk to you more about that in the opening announcements video. I'm not going to give away too much, but I would expect that next season, content-wise, to be kind of similar to this one. I still have the Microsoft Word document. I'll talk a little bit about that in the opening announcements video, because another video is always good for this channel. Drives viewership up, you know? But anyways, the last final announcements video I did, I left a little spot at the end to talk about myself and my own future. So yet again, if you don't care about that stuff, thank you so much for watching, and peace out, broskies. But if you do care about that stuff, then here are some things that I've got going on in the immediate future. Like I said earlier, I'm going back to college, so that's pretty exciting. Also, October 2nd, I'm going to be signing books at the Collingswood Book Festival. If you want to stop by, I would recommend it. It's a really big festival. It takes place in Collingswood every year. Been going since I was 7 or 8. I was an author before, and I actually have a picture on Facebook, or my mom has a picture on Facebook or something, and it's me and Dan Gutman, who was one of my major inspirations growing up, and I'm holding my book, which was my first book, called The Greensburg Dragons, and it was, he was holding up, I think, his latest book. So that was a pretty cool moment. That was the last time that I did an author event there, though. So this is going to be the first time since then. Because, you know, I would have done it back in 2020 had, you know, COVID not ruined everything that year. Finally, I feel like I should mention this. You know, you always see the happy and giddy Tony, Man Cave Studios guy. But there has been a process that I've been working on over the course of the last, well, since March, I would say, 2020. And I finally managed to complete the process, but more so like since last July 2020, I've been working on this, but it's kind of just about, you know, me. So those of you that knew me in high school know that I was a really pessimistic person. When I got to college, my pessimism just multiplied. I really had a terrible outlook on the world. Going back to college for the spring semester, things were looking a little bit better. Wound up tanking by March, and so I decided to kind of start to rebuild myself, I like to say. Or at least rebuild my personality. That's really what I mean. But after the past like 13 to 17 months, I've kind of grown out of all that pessimistic stuff. If you watch the Valentine's Day video I made earlier this year, you can kind of see that I've grown as a person since I was in high school. And so I've taken the time during the pandemic to, you know, kind of become a better person than I was before. And a lot of that was due to the social anxiety that I had. I know I have a YouTube channel, but I have social anxiety. I can't talk to people. I wound up growing out of that. I wound up, you know, getting more confidence in myself. You know, not being so pessimistic about everything. Trying to be more outgoing with people. And you know, it's wound up working for me in the long run, I think. And I'm really excited to go back to college because I'm going to be able to share a different side of me with people that might have seen the pessimistic side of me in college. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have no idea how long this video is going to wind up being. It was probably a waste of your time. I am so sorry about that. But anyways, thank you for staying and watching until the end. If you even made it this far, click subscribe if you like the videos that I made this season. I really need to come up with a different outro, so we're going to start doing something a little bit different with the next season. I'm going to start telling you guys to like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I got to find a decent conclusion. That's going to be on my bucket list for the next few weeks while I start sculpting the fall season. I don't know when it's going to start. Follow me on Twitter. Maybe you'll find out before anybody else does. No, you will find out before anybody else does, because I will use Twitter. None of you are currently following me on Twitter, and that's okay. But if you want to know when the season's going to start, then I would follow me on Twitter. But anyways, for probably the third or fourth time, thank you very much for watching, and peace out, broskies.